All right, 'tis the season for holiday hiring, but the mall isn't the only place that offers seasonal work this year. Ryan Sutton is the Senior Regional Vice President for staffing firm Robert Half International, which is a nationwide firm, right, but has a local office here in Providence.
Correct.
And he's here to join us this morning with a look at what's hot locally for holiday hiring. So talk about this concept of looking for a job for the holidays. Is now a good time to start doing that?
Absolutely. A lot of companies actually started hiring up to a month ago, but right now is the prime season for gaining that seasonal employment towards year end.
What positions are in higher demand around the holidays?
Yeah, obviously retail is always one that's there. Outside of retail, corporate headquarters of retail companies, catalog companies, healthcare firms, financial services firms, and nonprofits.
All right, you have some tips here. Let's try and get through a few of these here. Put on the polish. What does that mean for a potential employee?
Simply all that really means is just clean up the resume, make sure there are no typos, make sure that you have a well-fitted suit, make sure that you have a haircut. Just put on your best attire, if you will.
Show hiring managers you have what they want.
Great point. So, a lot of people that do seasonal employment, it's not what they've done permanently. So, again, if it's in retail or something smaller, just make sure that you convey to that hiring manager that you're more than willing to do what they need you to do to shine.
How about returning to a former employer? Does that help or hurt?
It actually helps a lot. Think of cross-training. A lot of employers would love to have former employees back because it's limited training, it's a culture fit, it's a proven commodity.
You also say, or suggest rather, registering with a temp agency.
Yeah, it's funny. A lot of people, especially the entry level, think of registering for temp work. What we find, though, is a lot of people at the experience level, 10, 15 plus years, don't think that way because they're used to temporary labor being more of entry level. There are firms like Robert Half that specialize in college-educated, degreed professionals with MBAs, CPAs to do contract and temporary work. So people of all skill set levels should absolutely look into temp work.
And how about turning these holiday jobs into full-time careers? I mean, because this would be a good chance for you to get your foot in the door and show your stuff and maybe stick around for longer than just through New Year's.
Absolutely. What we find is about 25% of all temporary workers actually stay on for full-time jobs after the busy season. So a lot of our clients, they will use this as an opportunity to evaluate the next crop, if you will. So if they were to hire 10 people for year end, they'll typically hire about 3 permanently come February or March.
All right, great. Great tips. Thank you, Ryan.
Thanks for having us.
And we didn't have time for all Ryan's tips. So to read more on getting hired, just head to our website, foxprovidence.com. Time now to get a check on the web.